Hello, everybody. Welcome. I'm Trish. I'm your instructor for English 2120 Intermediate Composition. I hope you enjoy the class. It's one of my favorite classes to teach. We focus on different forms of creative nonfiction. Now that sounds like an oxymoron, but creative nonfiction really means writing about factual events, factual circumstances, but with a creative lens, so that there's more personal voice, reflection, and creativity in your writing. In this class, you'll be writing a micro essay, which is a very short, brief, short and brief? Wow, that's redundant, but a very flash in the pan sort of essay that covers a lot of territory in a short amount of time. You'll write a personal narrative, a personal essay, but you might think, well, I did that in English 1110, but this is at a much more sophisticated level, where you'll be using more character development, mood, tone, voice, style, all kinds of groovy tools that will make your writing come to life. You will also be writing a literary journalism piece, which is a researched essay, but it has a very personal voice. It's told like a story. It's a mixture of creative and fact-gathering elements. Not that you make anything up, you just tell it as a story, but inform it with actual researched material. The final essay is I call it a transformed essay, but it can be a collage, which is piecing together like elements and juxtaposing opposite elements in a way that reads like a collage. The hermit crab essay, which is a little hard to explain in the moment, but you'll get to it. And you also could do a graphic memoir. So you can see that we're playing with lots of different forms, but you're also developing writing skills that, as odd as it might seem, will help you in your future writing paths. You can write about science, business, art, place, family. You can choose your topics and your angles, and you'll also be writing weekly blogs. Now, technically speaking, Brightspace doesn't have a blog function. It's a discussion board, but we're going to take liberties with the discussion board and we're going to call it a blog. You can compose in Word and upload a Word document. You can copy and paste from Word and then add visuals if you so desire, but a blog is it's typically an opinion piece, but or a reflection piece. You can see lots of blogs out in the world on topics of politics and art and travel and food and parenting and everything you can think of. And they're written with a person's specific voice, right? The writer is very present on the page or screen, and that is who you will be as well. And blogs use different visual styles. So you can use bold headlines, headings, and subheadings. You can add visual aids if you want. You can incorporate pictures. There are lots of ways to make your blogs more engaging. So you'll learn about that, and you'll be writing a blog every week. You'll also be writing a journal every week. A journal is a place for you to try out new things. We call it an exploration journal because you get to do the try it exercises from our book, Tell It Slant, or you can take on a project. You'll see. They're very playful. I don't grade those for grammar or punctuation. I grade them for your creative engagement, and I hope that you'll enjoy that. So those are the kinds of things you'll be doing in the class. But first we have to get to know Blackboard. I'm sorry, see, I'm still stuck in the old ways. We're in a new learning management system. I'm still learning it, you're learning it. It's called Brightspace. Not Blackboard, Brightspace. So let's look around. This is your home page. In a little bit, the video I'm making for you is going to appear in the announcements. Down here, you'll see these tiles. If you don't see them, it's because you need to open this up. Here's a welcome and get started here tile. Here's your Unit 1, readings and resources. There are some, you're going to see many more readings associated with this, but all sorts of stuff is going to be made available to you in addition to your textbook. Writers and Citers resources and community resources. So if you click on here, for example, it'll get you right into the course. Another way to get into the course is to go to Content. And here you will see everything you ever wanted to know. So you want to see your overview and syllabus. So go here first. Gives you an overview of the class. Here's your textbook. You can get this through any online bookseller or from the C&M bookstore. Please get this as soon as possible because you have readings this week. This gives you an overview of the schedule for the week. And here is your syllabus. And it's just right there. You can download it if you want. And I encourage you to do so. You can print it, you can do whatever. It looks like it's long, but the reason it looks so long is because the schedule of assignments is attached to it. It's not the entire syllabus. And if you want to just download parts of it for whatever reason, you can. So do me a favor. If you stumble upon any references to C&M Learn or Blackboard in here, would you let me know? I tried to get rid of those to make sure I updated to only Brightspace. I don't know. Help me out, okay? All right, so here's the Start Here Welcome page. You just saw that tile from the course home. This is the welcome. You've seen some of this because I sent you an email, but there's a little bit about me, a little bit about my response times, a little bit about all kinds of stuff. Here's a link to the Jumpstart for Learners. You want to get to that this week because that's part of how we get launched. Here is your Unit 1. And you've got the first 3 weeks that you can see. The first week you can actually enter. The second 2 will open on the dates they open, but you get an overview. So our first week is going to be getting used to Brightspace. I said it right this time. Getting used to meeting each other and learning the basics of writing well in a more sophisticated form. And so you'll see that that's the overview. Here's week 1. You can click here or you can go down here. You'll see that these 3 weeks are available for your viewing. And as I say, this will open next week and the following week. So if we click just here, that'll take us to our week. And you'll see there's a week 1 overview that tells you what the heck we're doing. So, and then you just click through. If you want to go back and see the list again, you can go like so, follow the breadcrumbs. But if you want to just cruise on through, which I would suggest, you can do so like this. This tells you what's due this week. So we're going to do some scavenger hunt activities. These will go pretty quickly. You're going to do the Brightspace Jumpstart for Learners. It doesn't take forever, but it gives you a really handy overview of how the course works and how to operate inside the course. I strongly urge you to do that so you feel confident and comfortable, and you get points. So make sure you save a screenshot of your certificate of completion and send that to me. You're going to send me an email using email tools in Brightspace, and you're going to participate in a meet and greet discussion, and there's a syllabus quiz. Those things you've got all week to do, but please get started on them. Your first exploration journal is also due this week. It's going to be about writing with the senses, and you've got some triad exercises from the textbook. If you don't have the textbook already, I have made a really not great but functional scan of some of the prompts so you can work with those if you need to. The reflection blog is a reaction to readings. Those I do not have scanned for you, so I hope by the end of the week you have your book in hand. I'll do my best to acquire those readings for you if you don't have the book. So let's keep on cruising. Those are the readings for the week, so you just check that out. Here is your Jumpstart assignment, and you're going to sign up for the Jumpstart, take a screenshot of your completion deal. You're going to send it to me in an email, and you're going to upload it to this assignment. So you can You might need to save it to a document and then upload the document, but you can send me the screenshot through an email. In the email, I also want you to take a tour of the homepage, visit the resources, decide which ones you think are most useful, and explain why. And I also would like you to tell me one thing you think I ought to know about you as a student. This is a private forum, nobody sees it, just you and me, but if there's something you think I ought to know that would make your learning experience better and something I can help with, I really would like you to tell me. Um, Again, this is private, okay? All right, so to send an email, see up here, there's this doo-uppy, and you go to email, and it's a little tricky, and I'm going to bumble a little bit. You're going to find the address book here, and get out of my way. You're going to look for me. There I am, and you're going to hit 2. Now I know it looks weird, but this is where you hit the 2. Yep, hit it again. Add recipients. Oh, I have to add recipients. Okay, there we go. See, I told you I was going to bumble. Now you can compose the email. You can upload your screenshot or copy and paste it. Write to me in complete sentences. Even a paragraph would be nice. It'd be cool. Then you hit send. Now, what happens next is that this will go to my Outlook, which is the CNM regular email. It doesn't go into Brightspace. For whatever reason, it goes to my Outlook. So when I reply to you to say, hey, I got it, cool for you, you figured it out, my reply will go to your CNM email. I know. But the advantage to going through this is you can find the contact information for everyone in this class. So when you want to work on a project with somebody, or you want to ask a question, or you say, well, I really enjoyed your post, I think you and I could be friends. You send an email to somebody from our group, our class, that's how you find them. Easy peasy. Okay, let's go back to coursework. The other thing I want you to do is send me a Pronto message. So Pronto is located in communication, Pronto IM. So you're going to have to go through some steps. Pronto is an app that you can have on your phone and you can use through Brightspace. So if you want to send me an instant message or send somebody in the class an instant message, you can do so through your phone using Pronto. It's just a handy dandy tool, an extra way of communicating. You can also download the Pulse app. You'll probably learn about this in your Jumpstart. And that's an app that you can have on your phone that will allow you to see what's going on in the class when you're out and about. So I don't recommend using it for your class work, but it will at least tell you what's going on. So you can see what the class looks like. It'll look the same on your phone as it does on the screen. How's that? So it's the Pulse app. Pulse, like as in pulse. Okay, so we're back here. So we did the scavenger hunt. Here is your meet and greet discussion. Click here. You'll see the same prompt inside. So what makes you a character? You're going to tell us a little story about yourself. Don't make this just a, hi, I'm so-and-so, bye. No, I want you to say something, answer some questions, talk about who you are, tell us a story, explain why you're a character. And you're going to do that by starting a thread. Okay, click here and give it a subtitle or a title, hi, I'm so-and-so, and like that you can post. And then once other people have posted, you'll see it like this. See, I already posted to you. So you could even reply here or whatever, right? Okay, let's keep on cruising. Here is the quiz about the syllabus. If you've read the syllabus, this should be easy. You can take it more than once, I believe. Here's a little something about blogs and why we write them, and a little something about journals and why we write those. Please read this. I know I just gave you the Reader's Digest condensed version, but there's some logic behind all this, or at least I'd like to think. So please take a look. Alrighty, here's your first journal. In your textbook, you're going to read about how powerful it is to write with the senses. And we'll be writing with our senses in every assignment going forward. The senses are your sense of touch, smell, taste, hearing, so on and so forth. You've done some of this before, but this is a deeper dive. And I think you're going to find this a lot of fun. So please take a look at this. It's an area for you to play with creative tools, so have fun with that. And this is your week 1 reflection. You're going to be reading 2 essays. One is by Montaigne, the other by Cooper. They both deal with senses, the sense of smell and the sense of sound. Sighing, rather, of sighing, but it's how you hear and feel and experience sighing. So please read these carefully, and then you're going to respond. Now your blogs will be más o menos 400 words. That's a page and a half of text, double-spaced. So you're going to have a beginning, middle, and end. You're going to write with actual evidence from the text, but you're also going to write with your voice, have a little creativity, have a little, you definitely use the I voice. This is you having an opinion about the readings. Now, when you post it, you're going to start a new thread. You can copy and paste here if you want to, or you can add this first week, that's fine. I don't know how it's going to work with copying and pasting with visuals, but if you want to add visuals, you insert an image by doing so. You can browse my computer. I'll take us to photos right now. That's just fine. I'll choose this one and add. And you can say it's just decorative if you want to, so it gets you past this. And then there you go. You can add a visual that way. You can also add links. You can add videos. You can add a YouTube video if you wanted to. You can all sorts of stuff you can add to give your blog more punch. I've given you some links to the most interesting blogs out there, so you can take a look at how others have composed. And they're in the description of the, why we write blogs. There are some descriptions of, or there's a link to Written It, which explains blog formatting and style. Play with it this week. Just experiment. I just want to see you having fun, creative fun with your design elements. That's fine. It doesn't have to be elaborate, but I do want you to have some thought about how these writers work with their senses. So again, experiment, have fun, but have some thought to it. Please, in your blogs, by the way, you're writing like a professional, even though very personally, with your own style and your own design elements. But write so that we can understand you. So spell check, write in complete sentences, complete paragraphs, have a beginning, middle, and end, make it clear to the reader what's going on. But have fun. All right, and what else is going on this week? I think that's kind of it. So that's the closure for the week. And I have my first checklist right here for you, so you can go through it and make sure you've covered everything you need to for the week. So that's what's going on here. So, check out this. If you need help with anything, there's some student resources, tech help, library help, bada bing, bada boom. So you can check out all this jazz if you get stuck with anything. If you're confused by the Brightspace world, here's all this jazz here. If you want to check out your grades, you go here. Communication, as I've shown you. Coursework is always here. Go back to content to find your classwork. You can see what's scheduled on here. You can go to discussions directly here. But it's always wise to go through the module so that you understand why you're doing what you're doing. So the assignments aren't out of the blue. So that's how we get started in week 1. If you have questions, if anything's confusing, please send me an email. You can, of course, go through this tool, but you can also use your CNM email to reach me. We will have office hours this week. Let's go back to Course Home. And you'll see that our office hours are Thursday at 10 in the morning. and this is our Zoom room. You just click here and you can enter our office hours. I will also offer one-on-one conferences during our writers workshop weeks. And if you want a personal meeting with me that is not scheduled during our office hours, I'm very happy to arrange that. I will give you short videos every week, and shorter than this one. And if there are lessons or whatever, we'll record those. But it's always nice to have an actual conversation with an actual human. So I'm very content to schedule that with you. So reach out, let's make that happen. And if you can, come to office hours and say hello. It would be great to meet you. So welcome and glad you're here.